Today we celebrate the Queenship of Mary. Just last Thursday, my first Mass here, we had the Assumption of Mary, and so we get, isn't it great? We have two of the mysteries of the Rosary right here in this month of August, within a week of each other. But as I was praying through this mystery of Mary's queenship, I was thinking about in the Old Testament, who was the queen in the royal court? You look at David; he had several wives. You think, was it Bathsheba, or was it Abigail, or was it Michal, or one of the other wives that he had? And we say, well, it's not really clear. But then we see how Bathsheba responds to King David. He has come into she comes into his presence, and she asks for permission and all these things. But when Solomon, and we know Solomon had many wives and many concubines, it was way too many. When Solomon came into, or when Bathsheba came into the presence of Solomon, he got off his throne. He led her up, placed her in the seat next to him. And we see that, okay, it is the queen mother, not the wife of the king, but the mother of the king, who has the authority of queen in this ancient realm. And so we see with Mary, it's not because, well, how can she be queen? She's his mother and not his wife. Well, she is the mother, and the queen mother then has that authority. Incidentally, in case you were curious, Jesus did make it clear that a man is to have only one woman, only one wife. When he said, you cannot serve two masters. It took a few of you a few seconds. Anyways, so we look at this grace of Mary. And I remember people I've talked to who have struggled with Mary being queen. She said, no, she was mother. She was this humble woman. Yes. And as mother, she is queen. She is first mother, but she is also queen. And we look and we say, as the mother, not just of Jesus, but of the whole church, she is your mother, my mother. We can turn to her and ask her to be part of us, to be part of our lives, to help us in our need. I think about at the wedding at Cana, she was so attentive. She noticed the need. And I love how she goes to Jesus to ask for him to take care of the situation. She goes up to him and she doesn't say, Jesus, they've run out of wine. You need to send all your disciples out to go to the local supermarket and pick up some more wine. She doesn't say, you need to perform a miracle. She simply comes to him and says, here's the problem. They have no wine. Now, maybe they have no wine because of all the disciples he brought along were wedding crashers and they drank too much of the wine. I don't know. Maybe she's saying, your disciples made it so they have no wine. I don't know. But she just places before Jesus, here's the problem. They have no wine, trusting that he will take care of the issue. And then she says, do whatever he tells you. I like to tell couples as they're getting married, if they choose this gospel, or if I get to choose it, I say, the groom and the bride, they didn't know they ran out of wine. They didn't know there was a problem. They did one thing right, though. They invited Jesus and Mary to their marriage. And when we invite Mary, Mother, Queen, into our lives, she will notice where those problems are. And maybe without our even knowing, she will go to Jesus and say, they have no wine. There's this issue. There's this problem. And how can Jesus refuse her anything? In the psalm today, we hear from Psalm 51, a clean heart create for me, O God. And that word create is the same word that's used in the book of Genesis at the very beginning when God created, and by just speaking, let there be light, and there was light. This word is only used in reference to God creating out of nothing, something that only God can do. He says, create a clean heart for me, O God. You have to create something out of nothing, Almighty God. You have to do it. And when we turn to Our Lady, she will be the one to come and say, here, I will bring your heart to the Lord so that He can recreate it, so that He can make it new. Because you can't do it on your own. And so we turn to Our Lady today, asking her to be mother, to be queen, to bring before Jesus, the infinite King of the universe, all of our needs, all of our troubles, knowing that as mother, she will get what she asks for.